You got Lucas and Matt from Clam Outdoors here. We have a whole ton of new products for this season that I think we're both pretty excited about. Things like shelters, ice armor, tackle, rods and reels, accessories, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, even a couple new categories that are going to be really hot for us this winter, so let's dive in and take a look. All right, to kick us off, we're going to look at our two new shelters for this season. Both of these are going to be in our Ice Ops line of products, so your purchase is going to help support the Folds of Honor Foundation. We have a new hub shelter and a new fish trap. The new hub shelter is going to be built off our popular X600. That's our 6-sided shelter design with our max entry door system that we came out with last year. So big, wide open, super easy to set up, max entry door, very easy to get in. And then specific to this model, you have the Aurora light system, which can be dimmable. It has a soft white, a bright white lights. So if you're staying out at night, doing some ice camping, or just need some additional lighting in your shelter, that's all built in. And then on every wall, you also have a couple of sewn-in rod holders too. So a couple cool new features in this Ice Ops X600. Coming over here to the next shelter, we have the Ranger XT Thermal. This is a similar size to our super popular NIKU size ice shelter, but we've upgraded it with the X series poles. So if you have a smaller vehicle or like a lighter weight shelter for maybe pulling out by hand early and late ice, you have that NIKU size with the extra large poles. This also has our XT door system, so really easy to get in and out of this shelter. Like the hub shelter, it has the built-in lighting, and it also has 4 sewn-in rod holders along the back wall. So a couple of really cool new features exclusive to the Ice Ops line of clam shelters. All right, and to go along with those new shelters, we also have a really nice lineup of new ice house accessories. We'll start with some of the Clam Lock stuff. The first thing we've added this year is an adapter for any type of tube. So if you want to put it on the handlebars of an ATV, you want to put it on the pole of your fish trap shelter, whatever, any round or square tube, now you're going to be able to connect any of your favorite Clam Lock accessories, from the light to the shelf to the cell phone holder, whatever it might be, to any sort of round or square tube you might have. We also have a new rattle reel. Redone for this year is a high-end rattle reel. It has a bearing drive, very fine finesse adjustments available for this, so a really nice high-end rattle reel to go on that Clam Lock puck. Lastly, for new items in Clam Lock, we have a battery shuttle. So you can mount this, again, anywhere that you might be using your Clam Lock, in your fish trap, in the tub, in your wheelhouse, in your hub shelter, whatever. And then you can put your battery in here, and you have all your USB connectors, terminals for your alligator clips, SAE charger, all that stuff. You can pop this right off the Clam Lock system, bring it into the cabin or wherever you're staying at night, charge everything up, and have slap that right back on the next day, and you're ready to go back on the lake with plenty of power for whatever you might be running. Then lastly, we have a new rebuilt Pro Series hitch. This is going to be the most indestructible ice fishing hitch you've ever used. Big, heavy-duty tubing, heavy-duty mounting plate, and a spring connection. If you're taking your X Series or any of your fish traps out on the big water and you want to, you're going for a lot of miles, you're going to be running over some rough terrain, and you need to know that that shelter is going to stay secured, this is going to be the best hitch for you. This is the new Pro Series hitch from Clam.
One of my favorite categories is rods, reels, and combos. I'm kind of a rod dork, and we got some great ones this year that add to the lineup. For starters, a lot of anglers know we came out with that Predator tip-up last year. It's an automatic hook setting device. So why not design a rod specifically to go with that, or any automatic hook setting device for that matter. So we got 2 great actions in the Predator rod. This is a 42-inch medium heavy. And we're also going to have a little shorter version in the 36-inch medium. Now, these are going to be a glass rod, very powerful. They're going to load up inside that device. It does not have a tip-top insert, so when you hook that onto that apparatus, you're not busting your inserts like you might do another rod. So this is really, really fine-tuned for automatic hook setting. Myself, I might even go out and jig up a lake trout or a walleye with this. So very durable, very stout, longer handle. You can cup that thing and really fight those bigger fish. That's the two new options in the Predator rod. Next, my all-time favorite reel now has a combo to go with it, and that is going to be the Spooler Elite Combo. You got that really soft touch handle, shorter version, which I like because you can cup that right in your hand for maximum sensitivity. It's going to come in the 4 actions you want as a panfish angler: your noodle rod, your spring bobber, and your 2 other variations for jigging. So you can see it's going to have that bronze and black feel, real sleek, very sensitive, the ideal panfish setup. And speaking of the Spooler Elite, there is a new color this year in stealth gray. Everyone's gravitating towards these, and now you have an awesome color option to add to your lineup in that stealth gray. It has all the great features: the padded handle, the increased arbor size, very smooth drag, but in a new color. Last but not least, probably one of the things I'm extremely excited about because, hey, industry first, right? You have the brand new redesigned Jason Mitchell meat stick. This is a lapis blank, and what is that? It's sanded down, ground up, really stone for lack of a better term, but in layman's term, it's virtually indestructible. It's going to come in 3 lengths. It's going to come in a rod and a combo. This thing is built absolutely tough. So if you're doing the crappie thing, the panfish thing, the perch thing, even the walleye game, the meat stick is one you want to check out, and it just looks darn nice with that really inlay wing grip style handle. So that's the brand new Jason Mitchell meat stick to round out the new options from rods, reels, and combos.
Next, we have a bunch of cool new stuff coming from Ice Armor. We're going to start with our new glove selection. This is our woolly fingerless glove. It's 70% lamb's wool, 30% nylon. Keep you nice and warm, fishing outside, hole hopping, whatever. Still give your fingers some dexterity. It's got finger tabs on the outside to make pulling them off easy. And then to kind of go along with those, we also have a new chopper mitt. This is going to be 100% cowhide. Very nice, warm chopper mitt, good feel to it. So these are going to be available both as separates, so if you just want one, or available as a combo if you want to kind of combo up your woolly fingerless and your cowhide choppers. All right, next is going to be a redesign on probably not just in ice fishing, but in the world, one of the most commonly purchased handwear items. This is going to be the Edge Series gloves and mitts from Ice Armor. These things have been around since pretty much day one of Ice Armor, and they've been modernized. So still a great $39.99 price point, like you've always been able to get your Edge mitts for, but they now have 3M Thinsulate liner as opposed to the kind of foam liner that they had before. Still have a waterproof outer, great dexterity to them, great all-around fishing and outdoor activity glove, and then also available in a mitt. So you have your new Edge X mitt. It has the separated fingers on the inside to add to the dexterity too. So really comfortable mitt, still an amazing price point at $39.99. Then we're going to jump over to our new suit this year. This is going to be our Rise version 3. So this is the 3rd generation of the Rise suit. This has been our most popular suit. We gave it a lot of features that some of the anglers were asking for in our suit. So we've added 50% more insulation. So now instead of 100 grams, it's going to have 150 grams of insulation. So it's going to keep you a bit warmer. Still has our motion float technology. So this is still going to be the most breathable, most flexible floating ice suit you're going to find. A couple other new features that the parka has would be oversized hand warming pockets. Here on the side, fleece-lined, oversized hand-warming pockets. And then what I think is the coolest thing is it almost has a built-in backpack. So you have a zippered pouch on the back. This could be for putting your gloves in when you get off your four-wheeler and get to your fishing spot. You could put a ball cap, whatever, baits, whatever you might want to carry with you on the lake. You have kind of a built-in backpack here on the parka that's pretty cool. Then when you hop over to the bibs, again, 50% more insulation, going from 100 grams to 150 grams of insulation. We have a new kind of a second layer knee pad. So we still have your traditional knee pad like all the ice armor suits have on the outside, but you have an internal removable knee pad. So if you're gonna be someone who fishes outside all day, moves around a ton, and really likes to fish on their knees and hole hop, now you have another layer of protection there. This is actually even designed if you're like the most serious of hardcore anglers. You can pull this out and put like a painter's or a construction knee pad in there too if you really want that extra protection. So really cool feature in the bibs. Of course, has the adjustable inseam as well, so you can custom build that bib to whatever height you might be depending on what size you're purchasing. The Rise suit is going to be available. There's 4 different colors in the parka and then 3 different colors in the bib. So that wraps up the new product from Ice Armor. Of course, that goes along with all of your other favorites that Ice Armor offers.
You know, in Clam Pro Tackle, or CPT, we have a bunch of new stuff. I'm excited about this. Got a chance to play with some of these baits last year. Like everything in the lineup, they flat out catch fish. Got to start off with a brand new lineup of plastics called NIKU, which means meat. So NIKU is awesome. We have 4 great styles. We're gonna go through them quick. You got the bolt minnow. You have the twitch fly, soldier fly, and flutter fry. These are awesome baits. A couple of them are custom built, custom designed by the Crappie Chronicles himself. A lot of work goes into these. What makes these different is we can play with laminates now. You're gonna see some 2-tone colors in some of these plastics. You're gonna see some glitter. You're gonna see some things that are a little different, maybe a little off the wall, a little match the hatch, and they're gonna come in great fish catching styles, from perch to panfish to giant crappies. You have to check out the lineup of NIKU plastics. You're gonna see a lot about NIKU this winter. Next, there's a new color scheme throughout many of the popular baits in our lineup, whether it's the Tika Flash, the Pinhead, Jointed Pinhead Pro, everyone uses that, the Rattlin' PT, and that's the koi pattern. You're gonna see there's a new pattern amongst these paint jobs, kind of a splattered look to kind of imitate a koi like you see in a koi pond. So you're gonna have 6 options in the koi color patterns in those styles of baits as well. So a really cool color option. In fact, I caught some big walleyes on the koi Rattlin' PT last winter. Next, new in the lineup is the Psycho Shad. You want to get psycho? This thing is awesome. This is going to be a swimming bait. And the cool thing about this Psycho Shad is that when you rip it up, it entices fish. But when this thing falls down, it has the most enticing, wobbling, triggering action you've ever seen. It's got a built-in rattle. It comes in 3 different sizes and 18 different fish catching colors. So that's the brand new Psycho Shad. This is pretty darn cool. From Lake Winnipeg to Lake of the Woods, to Mille Lacs, to Red Lake, you name it, this is gonna catch you a whole bunch of fish this winter. You have to check out the Psycho Shad. And last but not least, something at my heart, because I chase a lot of panfish, is the brand new confetti drop. This is a tungsten jig to go into our tungsten jig offering. It's got a kind of cool polka dot pattern, kind of a bulbous set of eyes on there, something for those fish to really hone in on. This is gonna come in 12 different fish catching colors, 6 sizes. 3 of those sizes are gonna have that XL hook we all like for rigging the NIKU plastics, and the other 3 sizes are gonna have just your standard hook. So the new confetti drop you have to check out if you're chasing panfish this winter. And to store all your stuff, something else new, the bite bag. Comes in 3 sizes, it's got a zipper top. You can store your plastics, your jigs, your baits, your pliers, your tools, a pair of gloves, all kinds of things in the brand new bite bag as well to round out the offering from Clam Pro Tackle.
And we mentioned at the start that we had 2 brand new product categories that Clam is getting into. 2 of the most important things when it comes to success on the ice is gonna be your sonar that you're using to find and locate and catch fish, and then things that are gonna keep you warm. Heaters play a big part in that. So really kind of, like I said, 2 brand new categories for us to get into, put a lot of research and development behind these categories to really bring anglers a couple things that aren't currently offered on the market today. We'll start with the live sonar accessories. This is gonna be our shuttle and pole. So kicking off with the shuttle, this is an aircraft grade aluminum shuttle. Pretty lightweight, being that it's aluminum, but still very, very durable. It has a 12-volt plug, an SAE charger, USB port, and then your power on-off switch here. The cool thing with this is that it all comes pre-wired. So no more running to the hardware store, trying to find parts, trying to figure out what goes to what. This is all gonna come pre-wired, so it should be pretty easy for you to plug in whatever sonar unit, your Garmin's, your Humminbird, your Lowrance, your Vexilar, whatever you might have, onto the new Clam Live shuttle. Next is gonna be the pole. This kind of takes our bearing from our drill plate, so it gives you a really high quality bearing system to really steer that live pole around where you want to go to find fish. But it's also a telescoping pole. So you have where it's gonna, you can loosen this up here, and it's gonna telescope out and then come telescope back in. So gonna be really easy for transport. It also comes with a extension. So if you are fishing out of a wheelhouse, maybe Canada, Lake Winnipeg, something like that, your extension is going to be included in the purchase of the Clam Live pole. All of that goes into the new shuttle bag. So this is the new Clam Live sonar bag. The handle is built to be able to hold the pole, so I can carry the whole system just like that, all in one hand. I have a TPU window here, so if it is kind of wet conditions or you want to keep some things dry and waterproof, you can look at your screen through the TPU window. That's also going to be removable. So if I want to keep everything zipped up nice and neat and clean, I can view my screen through there. Of course, it all zips open if you want to take your unit out or have full visibility of all the buttons and everything like that on your unit. Last but not least, we have our new line of clam heaters. Staying warm on the ice is almost as important as catching fish. You're a lot more efficient at catching fish and having fun when you're warm. So that's why we came out with a new line of clam heaters. We have 3 models in this line. We'll start with the CH4200. The CH4200 sits on your 1-pound tank. It's gonna heat your one-mans, your legends, your Kenais, your smaller type one-man shelters. Just one heat setting on this unit. Then we're gonna jump up to the CH10000 VH. So we're gonna show you a few different things that we're doing with our heaters on this one here. You can see we upgraded to a super heavy duty grate on this unit. You can run this off of 1-pound cylinders, a 10-pound tank, a 20-pound tank. We're selling hoses, fuel filters, things like that you need to go with if you wanna run it off of a larger tank. It does feature an electric ignition. So no more sitting there clicking a bunch of times to try and get your heater to go. You're gonna have an electric ignition start on it. The coolest thing is you're gonna have a variable heat technology. So instead of being married to either low or high, some days low is not warm enough, high is way too hot. Now you have a variable heat range. This unit here goes from 5,500 to 10,000 BTUs, allows you to dial in the heat range for whatever the weather might be outside of your shelter. You're gonna stay nice, comfortable in whatever temperature you want. All right, and then we're moving up to the big one. This is the 16,000 BTU heater. This is gonna be the big, warmest heater in the line. It's gonna take 2 1-pound propane tanks, or again, any 20-pound, 10-pound, whatever you wanna use. Again, it's got the heavy-duty grate, and then the variable heat range. This one has 2 different variable heat ranges, from 6,000 to 8,000 BTUs, and then from 12,000 to 16,000. So again, some days in your heater, medium's a little too cold, high's a little too hot. Now you can custom dial in that heat range to be perfect inside your shelter. So 2 really big new launches for Clam, things like I said that we've put a lot of work into coming out with some cool accessories here. We got the CH line of Clam heaters and the Live sonar products.
That is an amazing lineup of products. I'll tell you what, Lucas, myself, I can't wait to try some of these on the ice. For our watchers, when can they see these products?
Yeah, so everything is not available online right now. You can check it out at clamoutdoors.com, purchase it or pre-order. It's also gonna be hitting the retail shelves within the next couple of weeks.